Our friends in the Israel government introduced us to friends in the UAE government, and here we are less than a year later, the very first of its kind in the United States, Trilateral Symposium focused on food security and climate-smart agriculture.
Yet another example of the good development that comes out of peace in the region, bring together the greatest mind in Israel, in the UAE, and of course in Missouri.
It's no secret that this state has been able to establish itself as a powerhouse as it pertains to agriculture and climate change. And the symposium is just a great symposium for government officials, for academias, for startups, all to come and share sort of their views on the sector, the latest developments in the sector.
50% of the U.S. agriculture is produced within a 500-mile radius of St. Louis. So you literally are in the hub of where agriculture happens.
As a whole, production agriculture as well as value-added processing contributes about $95 billion to Missouri's economy on an annual basis.
The more that we intertwine our economies, the more that we trade between countries, the greater stability that we will have. And doing business leads to peace, and that is exciting.
Food security and agriculture are global. So it's not like an idea in the UAE or an idea in Israel doesn't have applicability here. There's a lot of things we can learn from one another and hopefully create incremental value for all the companies in the entire ecosystem.
This is a very critical time for food innovation and agriculture innovation. Events like this one enable us not just to connect with each other in St. Louis, but also connect with some of these global innovation centers that are going to be critical to these big challenges.
This is the first step toward developing, close relationships, in particular with UAE. We already have good relationships in Israel, but to have that trilateral happening, this is a first step toward it. It's hoping to get networks out of this that will enable good things to happen in the future.
WaterGen creates a third source of water. We're here to share the technology, make people aware humanity has the ability for the first time to generate water from a third source. Not the ground, not the ocean, but the air.
Renaissance Agriculture is a company that produces a feed system for livestock producers. So every day it will produce 3,000 pounds of fresh feed. Seeds itself, it grows itself.
We are focused on reducing food waste and improving food safety. We're still pre-revenue, which means we're still working in the lab. Right now, 25 to 30% of food is wasted every year. We would like to change that.
I learned a lot from how BioSTL has been building their innovation. And I think we can really collaborate because the ecosystems are different, so everybody is solving its own problems, but I think joining forces can solve world problems. BioSTL, they're doing everything that I believe in. Two parts of the world, we built the same framework for building ecosystems. It was like coming home.
Three things that startups really need. They need capital, they need infrastructure, and they need talent. Benson Hill's really grateful for all of the support we've had from BioGenerator, from BioSTL, and from all the local supporters in the St. Louis area.
We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for BioGenerator, BioSTL, Global STL. So, honor for them to recognize us and ask us to participate in this. And it's even more special to be able to do this to sort of thank BioSTL for all they've done for Covercress.
For me, it was a great opportunity to meet BioSTL, which is a great player and an important player here in the ecosystem of St. Louis.
When we come to a symposium like this and we meet the caliber of people that attended here, we get to learn. Take the best practices back to your own country, integrate them with your own systems, and further enhance your economy and grow in the sectors.
I see this symposium not as an end in itself, but really a beginning of new relationships, of trust, a platform, if you will, for future collaborations as we find ways to work together to take on these challenges.
I think in the end of the day, if we manage to change the lives of the people of the region, of the world, this is probably the biggest achievement of this accords and relationship.